You are tuning in 10 minutes of BPTV News brought to you by Bình Phước Radio, Television and Newspaper. I'm the one with the latest news update, and here are the headlines for today. Online public services save state 2.5 trillion Vietnam dong. Bình Phước Custom Department hold first dialogue with enterprises in 2023. Prime Minister chair National Conference on Digital Transformation. Work begins on first eco-industrial park in Bắc Ninh. A meeting held by the National Committee on Digital Transformation on July 12 heard that the promotion of online public services had resulted in high participation rates and savings of approximately 2.5 trillion Vietnam dong for the state. The meeting was attended by Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee and Chairwoman of the Provincial People Committee Trần Tuệ Hiền.
The Provincial Party Committee has issued a conclusion on strengthening leadership in digital transformation efforts following the implementations of the government's Project 6. Project 6 is a short name for a project developing the applications of data on populations and identification and electronic authentications data for national digital transformation in the 2022-2025 period, with a vision toward 2030. The Provincial People's Committee has also introduced a plan to implement a 90-day and night campaign to collect and activate e-identification accounts for citizens. Of the 52 tasks outlined, 35 have been completed and implemented regularly. All citizens have been informed of their identification numbers, and citizens' ID cards have been issued to all people aged 14 years and older. The province has fulfilled 22 of the 39 targets in digital transformation, with over 97% of administrative records processed online. More than 98% of administrative records at the provincial level have been digitized. Additionally, almost 26,500 transactions for public services were conducted online, with a total amount of about 120 billion Vietnam dong.
The 11th section of the Bình Phước People Council 2021-2026 tenure has wrapped up after 2 days of productive discussion.
Participants reviewed reports from various parties, including the Provincial People's Council, People's Committee, People's Court, People Procuracy, and Civil Judgment Enforcement Department. The Provincial National Assembly delegation presented outcomes from the 5th session of the 15th National Assembly, while the Standing Committee of the Vietnam Fatherland Front Central Committee's chapter highlighted its participation in administrative building in the first half of the year. A Q&A session was also held for leaders of departments to address voter concerns. The Provincial People's Council also discussed and adopted 23 resolutions submitted by the Provincial People's Council and People's Committee with a high degree of consensus. Concluding the meeting, Chairwoman of the Provincial People's Council, Huỳnh Thị Hằng, expressed confidence that with the continuous effort, solidarity, determination, and responsibilities of the entire political system, along with support from people and businesses, Bình Phước will successfully accomplish its assigned task in 2023.
The Bình Phước Custom Department held its first dialogue with enterprises in 2023 to assess their compliance and remove bottlenecks in the specialized inspection of import-export goods.
The Custom Department reiterated its support for businesses during the dialogue. It vows to continue promoting dialogues with businesses to better understand their hopes and difficulties, and to provide up-to-date information on policies related to customs activities. The department said it's ready to collect feedback from enterprises and report this to relevant authorities as recommendations for policies improvements. A pilot program was held as part of the dialogue to encourage businesses to comply with custom laws, reduce production costs, and facilitate trade. The program is hoped to help businesses complete custom procedures and establish a trusting partnership between custom authorities and enterprises.
A conference was held on July 12 to review the implementation of a project on national digital transformation in the 2022-2025 period. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính chaired the event.
According to a report at the hybrid event, as of June 2023, 3 out of 30 ministries, along with 36 of the 63 localities, had issued action plans to implement the national strategy for developing the digital economy and digital society by 2025 with a vision to 2030. Meanwhile, digital infrastructure has been developed comprehensively. Great strides have also been recorded in information safety, cybersecurity, and the development of digital human resources, digital skills, digital citizens, digital enterprises, and digital payment. Addressing the conference, Prime Minister Truyền, who is also head of the National Committee on Digital Transformation, emphasized the importance of digital transformation, saying it is an inevitable trend in the world and Vietnam could not be an outsider. Digital transformation is a new, difficult, and sensitive job requiring resources, time, and other necessary conditions, he noted. Adding, it was identified as one of the focal tasks by the 13th National Party Congress, while the government is also implementing Plan No. 6 to carry out digital transformation tasks.
The National Assembly Standing Committee opened its 24th session in Hanoi on July 12 under the chair of Legislative Leader Vương Đình Huệ.
The top legislator said, during the 2.5-day session, the Standing Committee will scrutinize the draft law on roads and the draft law on road traffic order and safety. The two drafts are set to be submitted to the legislative body for consideration at the 6th session later this year and for approval at the 7th session next year. A draft resolution on the organization of district and communal level administrative units for the 2023 to 2030 period will also come under discussion. The Standing Committee will give opinions on the initial results of the supervision over the implementation of the National Assembly's resolutions on reforming the general education curriculum and textbooks. Legislators will also look back on the outcomes of the legislative body's 5th session, held in late May and early June, and talk preparations for the coming 6th session.
Vietnam Hanukkah Group JSC has commenced construction of the first eco-industrial park in the northern province of Bắc Ninh, following are the details.
Covering an area of 250 hectares, Jarbin Industrial Park 2 encompasses an eco-park model that emphasizes circular economic principles, asset conservation, and the creation of a green, clean, and aesthetically pleasing environment. The estimated capital for the project amounts to $167 million, with the investor contributing $50.76 million. The project aims to achieve sustainability by leveraging solar energy and wind power, and implementing wastewater reuse in production processes to drive economic prosperity. The groundbreaking ceremony of Jarbin Industrial Park 2, coupled with the announcement of a technology transfer cooperation contract, and the signing of a contract on technology transfer for the building of Circular Eco-Industrial Park with Takaya Kitoko Co. Ltd. of Japan, marked a significant milestone in the strategic collaboration between the two companies.
The import and export activities via Lào Cai border gate are yet to return to pre-pandemic level. It is pleasing to note that many improvement has been seen over the course of the first half of 2023.
At Kim Thành International Border Gate No. 2, more than 300 vehicles transporting imports and exports pass through each day. The nearby International Railway Border Gate also caters to 2 trains carrying goods each day. Customs clearance activities, meanwhile, are taking place normally. Among exports passing through Lào Cai Border Gate, farm produce still accounts for the lion's share. Main export items include dragon fruit, banana, watermelon, cassava, fresh lychee, and durian. Theo lychees, durian, and dragon fruit all increased sharply, accounting for 60% of total export turnover in the first half of this year. According to the Lào Cai Border Gate Customs Bureau, imports and exports through Kim Thành International Road Border Gate No. 2 reached some $480 million in the first half of the year, an increase of over $192 million against the same period last year.
That is the end of our bulletin today. To rewatch this news, you can download the BPTV Go mobile app or visit our website and YouTube channel. Now, thanks for staying with us and see you next time.